I am throwing a slide in here. Now, this was from a presentation. I work with students all across UBC. I have to comment that I don't see as many arts and humanities students, and I just realized that in a big way as I was preparing for this presentation. The science students are flagging me down and coming to me for requests for workshops, and my arts and humanities students are not. And this is something I'm not happy about, and I've talked to Alex, and we're going to try and do more. But I find I know less about you, so hence the slide here. But I think it has relevance in both worlds. And if you take a look here, so this was from a gentleman who hires people within industry, and I thought the same skill sets apply whether it be in the scientific realm or if it's in the arts and humanities realms. But if you look, now just imagine replacing the word scientific with some other technical skill, I'll call it, or knowledge-based skill set that you have. So all of you have different knowledge base and expertise depending on what you're studying. So imagine that slice is yours, so just replace that word. But see that employers are hiring a variety of skill sets, aren't they? What do you observe when you look at this slide? What's your first couple of ahas or wows or anything? Anything you observe there?
That the strategic planning skills is actually the largest chunk as a whole, but the team skills, the scientific skills, the leadership skills are closer on par. So it's more above, it's not just one element, they all have to feed off of each other.
That's exactly it. So whether this pie and its composition is the same for all your fields, do recognize that employers are hiring for a full skill set. And your knowledge base is just one of those pieces, and that they're hiring future leaders in a lot of cases, or future mentors, or people who are going to guide others or lead an organization. And when I say industry, by the way, I'm also meaning those that are for pay as well as those that are not for profit or are still bottom line oriented. It just may not be as assertive in terms of dollars.
I'm sorry, does that mean that they're not hiring necessarily for who you are today, but if they will become?
I love teaching at the university because you can see what the data implicates. So they are absolutely hiring you for today because their business need is today, but they also are hiring you for their future. So hence why that strategic skill set is so important, because today's business doesn't really know always exactly where their organization is going to be in 5 to 8 years, because the world is changing fast. You've even seen it probably while you've been doing your degrees at your institutions. Here at UBC, this building did not exist. You are in a brand new building with all kinds of amazing technology, and perhaps you were all over campus, but 2 years ago, this building did not exist. So we're seeing that, and we're seeing it just in buildings, not just infrastructure, but also in how we work together, how we're teaching. We're giving you PDAs at the end of today to give us feedback. We didn't have that a couple years ago. So you're going to see that need for thinking more broad-based, and that's a strategic skill. So if you've been inclined in those ways, if you're a big picture thinker, if you're always saying, yes, but how about and what about, that may be something you're inclined to already. And most university students, I would say, probably have that in spades, because we're teaching that to you as university students to think to the future. What does this mean? What does this implicate? And that's a very powerful skill set. So just trying to show you that what you're learning also translates into a skill set. And the resume is the place that you're trying to sell those skill sets. Just also wanted you to see that employers are hiring for different types of other skills. When you see team skills, it's the interacting with others, but it's also the sharing of knowledge. You'll have knowledge inside your head. How are you transferring that knowledge? How are you getting it across to someone else? That's a very important skill set today, because we're hiring knowledge-based workers. So how are you doing that? That's very important to business. Mentorship. So I can share my knowledge, but how do I do it with you? So I've got to develop you and mentor you. So yes, hiring for your potential requires good mentorship skills. It means developing you and letting you grow into all the things that you have capable within you. So this was just something I wanted to reinforce, to say these are some skill sets. Now in the document, how do I start communicating that?